My favorite way of doing dimension with Gore is with liquid latex. Liquid latex doesn't misbehave quite as much as the modeling putty. It's a little easier to paint over, and you can mix it with other materials to get cool results. It's a lot of fun. The biggest downside to liquid latex is that some people are allergic to latex. The alternative for people with latex allergies is what's called Prozaid, which no, you don't have. So in this video, I'm going to build up some Gore with latex. Latex on its own doesn't have a lot of dimension, so it's good to buff it up. And I am going to buff it up on one patch with a cotton ball, and on the other with the most expensive thing in this video, with toilet paper. Toilet paper is great for working with the latex because it's thin and theoretically cheap. I like this for any time I want to have like a flap of skin or a cut, because you can dry the latex and then actually literally cut it, so you can get some really cool effects. I linked a video on Blackboard that shows some of that. The cotton ball is really good for just kind of doing a lot of texture. So you want to kind of pull the cotton ball apart for a bit, because you don't want like it too dense and solid. But when you are laying on latex, you want to put a little bit of latex down as your base layer, because that gives you something for stuff to stick to. So I'm gonna put some cotton on the latex. Right? So now I've got this layer of cotton, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on more latex, right? Painting over that cotton. This is really good for burns. It's good for diseases, so things that look infected or pustulant. You do want to make sure you get pretty good coverage, because you don't want to put the makeup on the cotton, because it blends really funky with the cotton. So, and you can also build it up in multiple layers, so you can get a lot of dimension out of this. And there's a pale spot. So do make sure you get it all covered. So there is the cotton. Maybe I want it extra somewhere, so I can take a little bit more, put it on, and really build up some good volume. And the thing with latex is you also really want to give it time to dry before you paint it. So actually painting these is going to be a different video. And you see too that I pull the latex and feather it out into the plain skin, so I have a softer edge. When we're using the toilet paper, you don't want the super hard edges. So you are going to tear it into some little scraps like you're making paper mache, right? And so, once again, we're going to put on some liquid latex. Then we're going to build up that area with tissue. So I'm sticking it onto the latex so it's kind of stuck underneath. Then I'm going to paint it down. Again, like the cotton, you want to cover all of the paper. You don't want to leave any paper uncovered by latex because the makeup won't paint it right and you won't be able to blend it in. You might, especially if you're doing some more elaborate stuff, you might need to build up several layers of this rather than just one. And I think I'm going to do a cut edge, so I'm going to build it up a little bit more right in the middle so that I'm going to be able to and it's okay to get some wrinkle in it because we want this skin to look distressed. So letting the paper wrinkle is just fine. You can speed up the dry time with a hairdryer. I recommend the hairdryer on cool or low just because your arm will hurt if you go a little too ham on high heat blow dryer. But absolutely an option there. So I am going to stop this video and give it time to dry, and when we come back we are going to paint this and reveal that texture. So that's it for now.